It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, I made it back. You made it back from your 4th of July holiday weekend. Really, it was like a whole week. It really was for a lot of folks. So, but I'm back doing my thing, the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live Monday through Friday, normal days and times, 6:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, or Chicago, 5:30, out in LA, 3:30 p.m. Now, tell everybody to subscribe, share, spread the word. You guys have been spreading the word. I have a goal, 1,000 new subscribers in the next, I'd say, 45 days now. I already qualified to be a YouTube partner, but 1,000 new subscribers will take me to a whole nother level to get that YouTube check, or a bigger YouTube check. So thank you for supporting the Geno Jones Show. Thank you for supporting the Geno Jones Network. Thank you for supporting Geno Media. All right, so spread the word. I appreciate it. Just get them up there, because I got to have that YouTube bag. I want to get that bag. I want to get that Club Shay Shay YouTube bag, right? So spread the word for me. Copy and paste the link. You can copy it, paste it to an email. You can paste it to someone's social media page. You can share it. You can tag them. You can text it. Whatever you need to do. Let's make it happen, guys. So I hope you had a really great 4th of July. This year's Essence Festival that ended last night in a spectacular fashion. I didn't make it. It was my goal. I didn't make it. And I think it's a matter of, speaking of YouTube, YouTube, y'all got to do a better job. People like me, I'm on 5 days a week. I did not know that apparently Essence Festival, I guess that's really on like Essence Magazine, y'all got to do a better job. So apparently Essence had a live YouTube channel, and like the live concerts at the Superdome, well, it used to be whatever it's called now, the Superdome. We're going to call it the Superdome. I don't know who's paying the naming rights. I don't really give a damn, but it's the Superdome. But apparently, Essence had a channel, a live stream channel like mine, and you could watch the concerts. And I found out about that like last night. I didn't even get a chance to go to it. I'm like, really? So anyway, last night ended in spectacular fashion down in New Orleans. Really, the whole weekend was incredible. Janet shut it down. Usher shut it down. Charlie Wilson shut it down. Victoria Monet shut it down. But the ultimate, the spectacular finale was the Frankie Beverly and Maze tribute. Frankie Beverly took his final bow. 30 years of the Essence Festival. This year marked the Essence Festival's 30th anniversary. And for 30 years, that last night, it was usually a Sunday night, that last night, wasn't going to be a last night of live concerts without Frankie Beverly and Maze shutting it down. And they did it one more time, an incredible tribute. You had people like Dougie Fresh, you had, Anthony Hamilton, Bilal, and a whole bunch of folks that paid their tribute to my man Frankie Beverly and Maze, who's stepping down. As a matter of fact, they got a new lead singer for Maze, I think a brother named Tony. But for me, I mean, and listen, you brothers, look, y'all can still play. The band has a right to go on. Listen, we had like 100 different versions of the Temptations and probably about 90 different versions of the Four Tops. I get it. But it ain't Maze without Frankie Beverly. And I know I speak for a whole lot of folks. But I wish y'all well. I might check y'all out when y'all come in. But it just ain't going to feel the same. I mean, you can't have Maze without Frankie Beverly. You can't. It can't happen. Right. That's like trying to have a strip club without singles, like dollar bills. I know. Look, I'm just having fun. That's a crazy-ass analogy. But come on, man. Frankie Beverly and Maze? No. I can't do it, but I'm still supporting you. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna let you all come on the show and talk about moving on without. How do you don't really move on. It's just a new chapter. You can't move on. I mean, some people really are irreplaceable. And for Maze, how many generations grew up since the mid-'70s when Maze really first hit the scene with Frankie Beverly. Man, we talking about 50 years? Man, you can't replace that. You just start a new chapter. It's just a new era. It's not a replacement. It's just a new version, a new era of Maze. So I'm rooting for you all. Feel free to come on the show. Frankie, my man, I know you chilling. I love to have you on the show, brother, because you have brought so much joy, no pain. You brought nothing but happy feelings. Happy feelings. Nothing but happy feelings. And nothing but joy, no pain. Joy, no pain. Like sunshine and no rain when it comes to Frankie Beverly and Maze. Ha ha! Ha ha! Man, I come back on fire, right? So big shout out to just the Essence Festival. As a matter of fact, I'm working on. So my goal is to broadcast live from Essence Festival next year. So I'm gonna start on that early. Because I thought about it this year, but I had 2 other big events in December and then one in May. So anyway. So all right, let me go ahead and fast forward. Let me kind of pick up from where I left off last Tuesday, because there's been a whole lot of chatter about President Biden. President Biden, he's old, and he had a horrible performance in the debate, which is a whole nother thing, because presidency is really not about performance. But I guess we live in a TV era. We live in a YouTube era. You're watching me live on YouTube. So part of the job for the public is performing. But it has nothing to do with your judgment, wisdom, knowledge, decision-making, which is right at the top of the list. You want a president with character, morals, with good judgment, and with brilliant people who know more than he does about a lot of different areas. You get the smartest, the wisest, the most knowledgeable people with the most data and experience. Put it all on the table. Everybody make your presentation, pros and cons, but at the end of the day, only one person calls the shot. One person calls the play. The president is the quarterback, the head coach, the offensive coordinator. He or she, if we ever get a woman president, which we will, I'm predicting that sooner than later, the president makes the final call. The buck stops with the president. So you need somebody with character and judgment. Now, what I want to do today, because I'm going to ride this like a horse going to the finish line in the Derby. I'm going to ride it like a winning horse in the Kentucky Derby. So let me just break it down and try to help everybody understand what's really going on with the media, primarily. Specifically, I'm going to address the media because I'm in the media. And you see a lot of what they call pundits and Democratic insiders, and people talk to these big Democratic donors, like someone in the Disney family, I forgot her name, that she was one of the biggest Democratic donors, and she's not going to donate to any Democrats, she says, until Joe Biden steps down. But Joe Biden was on MSNBC, and he was on fire. He said, look, I'm not in this for these Democratic donors. I'm not in it for the pundits. I'm not in it for the people that make a living on TV or on platforms like this, giving their opinion about, well, what Joe Biden should do this. So they're pundits, and all of a sudden they're neurologists and doctors without a damn degree. So what you need to understand from a media standpoint is this. At the end of the day, your big media, your corporately owned media, your NBCs, your ABCs, your CBSs. Now we know Fox that's Republican state TV. So we know that's propaganda. And Newsmax and News Nation, those are they're more the Trump, you might as well call that, you got what, CNN, TNN, it might as well be Trump News Network, but TPN, Trump, or TNN, Trump Nonsense Network. That's what they could call it. But the huge corporately owned media companies, their goal is not to save democracy. It is not to make sure that we inform people and that we do everything we can to expose a man who wants to be dictator, a man who's been charged with 34 felony counts, that's been found liable of sexual assault, who a judge adjudicated and said in open court that he felt the evidence in the civil trial that Donald Trump, aka Orange Hitler, raped E. Jean Carroll in that civil trial where he still owes this woman like $90 million. Stealing, you stole top secret classified documents, had them in your home or your little estate down in Florida in Mar-a-Lago, all over the damn bathroom and all over the damn house, all exposed, wide open. It is not the media's job. Now, it should be, because especially the news media's job, in theory, supposedly, they call it the fourth estate, is to hold power, powerful people, powerful organizations, powerful bodies in check. And in theory, it is the media's job to make sure that they assist in protecting democracy, because they have public license. Well, your ABC, CBS, NBCs do, and you got the Fox. So you got the Fox network, and then you got the Fox cable network. They call it Fox News, but it's fake news. It's anything but news. It's propaganda. But your publicly, your companies, your ABCs, NBCs, CBSs, and your regular Fox network that shows the NFL and all your favorite shows that come on, like your whatever the Fox channel is, either owned and operated, like in Chicago, it's Channel 32, or maybe you have a local station in your city or town, and they are a Fox affiliate. They carry the Fox network. Not Fox News, but the Fox TV network with movies and game shows and all that. But in theory, it is their job. They have been empowered by the government for years to hold the government, basically to hold them accountable. But these are huge companies, and their number one goal is to make as much money as they can. Democracy be damned. They don't give a damn about democracy. The only thing they care about is them dollars, the dollars, not democracy, the dollars. That's what they care about. A guy named Les Moonves. He was a former president of CBS. He had to resign. Someone accused him, I think, of sexual harassment or worse. His wife, I can't think of her name. She is the Asian sister on The Talk. That was Les Moonves' wife. I don't know if they're still married. He basically created that show, The Talk. My girl Cheryl Underwood, who's from Chicago, is on. He created that show for her, but I digress. So he resigned. He was forced to resign. I think he walked away with like 20, 30, we call it a golden parachute. Like we're going to give you some money to leave. Here's 20 or 30 million dollars. So you got, how many folks you know can be accused and found guilty or enough evidence that the accusations of sexual harassment or worse, all the evidence shows that this happened, to the point to where you were forced to resign. But all on your way out the door, here's 20 million, here's 30 million. So Les Moonves got somewhere in that range just to get out of there. He was quoted several different news media outlets, and I'm going to paraphrase the quote. The former president of CBS, when asked about why the media gave Orange Hitler so much free airtime. Now, in the industry, they call it earned media. It's not earned. You ain't earning a damn thing. So, but I digress. But to make it simple, for the brothers and the sisters in the barbershops, the sisters in the salons, the hair and nail salons, I must explain it and make it real easy. All the networks, including the cable networks, probably gave Donald Trump somewhere like over $1 billion in free airtime. And with all the racist, sexist, misogynistic shit he was saying, all the lies. But Les Moonves said, this was after 2016, whenever he was forced to step down. Giving Donald Trump, Orange Hitler, as much free airtime as they did was probably, I'm paraphrasing, but this quote is pretty accurate. It was giving Donald Trump so much free airtime was probably bad for the democracy, but it was great for business. I think it's either good, but I think it was great. He said great for business. So I'm paraphrasing the quote. You can Google Les Moonves said that Donald Trump was bad for democracy, but good or great for business. So it's not hard to find. So you don't have to take my word for it. Find it yourself, right? Find it yourself. Oh, by the way, leave your comments. Make sure you leave your comments and tell everybody you know that you tag, that you text, copy and paste the link, whoever you send it to. If you copy and paste it, if you share it, if you tag their page, tell them to also comment. Comment on this monologue right here. You can agree or disagree, like it, love it, hate it, don't matter. Just give me your comments. Leave them here on this and every other episode. So, here's the bottom line. Basically, those in the C-suites, as they call them, the corporate suites, the CEOs, the executive producers of all the networks, the major broadcast networks and cable networks, they have decided that they want that, and it's not the first time, as much as they can keep Donald Trump, because he's like been, since that debate, you haven't even seen his ass somewhere on the golf course. So I don't know why the news media is not asking, where's Donald Trump? Y'all ain't harassing his ass, and why aren't you asking Donald Trump to take a cognitive test? Since we doing it, let's do it for everybody. Shit, some of y'all need to take a cognitive test. So if you're going to ask President Joe Biden to take one, you need to be asking Orange Hitler, but he would tell you to kiss his ass. But you need to have the same demand, have that same energy for Orange Hitler and all the lies and all the hatred. And then he tried to lie and act like he didn't know what Project 2025 is. It's a nearly 1,000-page blueprint to take America back 200 years, easy. 200 years. It is this century's version. Project 2025 is Jim Crow on paper 2.0. Jim Crow with the laws that made discrimination and racism, discriminating on the base of race, legal. Project 2025 is that blueprint. You can download it yourself. Google project2025.org. You'll see it there for yourself. Criminalize women who terminate a pregnancy, punish them, jail. The doctors, punish the doctors with jail. Plans to get rid of no-fault divorce. Now, I know some would say, well, divorce, there's no federal law. Well, there were a bunch of laws passed by state legislators. Really started in California in '68. I think by '80. I think there is a federal component to what's called no-fault divorce. Because before that, women, it was virtually impossible for a woman to get a divorce if she was in an abusive relationship, if she had a spouse that was beating the hell out of her. It was virtually impossible for her to get out of that marriage, to get a divorce. You had to wait like a year. You had to prove this. You had to prove the violence. It was impossible. So states started, individual states created something called no-fault divorce. Well, Project 2025 wants to get rid of no-fault divorce. And if Orange Hitler gets in office, he could probably write an executive order that says that, no-fault divorce is no longer constitutional or illegal. And what you're going to do? You're going to file a lawsuit, and you're going to go to what court eventually? Oh, the Supreme Court. This Supreme Court that just ruled like over a week ago that the president has absolute immunity when it comes to official acts. So one of his, and who gets to determine what are official acts? The president, thanks to the Supreme Court. So the president could have an official act and say, well, you know what? I want everybody who protests me, he said it. He wants to lock up President Biden. He wants to lock up Merrick Garland and Lisa Monaco, who works in the Department of Justice right under Merrick Garland. She's the black woman. He wants to militarize local police. So if you have a peaceful protest, if you're having peaceful protests, protesting Orange Hitler being in office, he will just he'll send the National Guard and the Marines and the Army and say, listen, if there's any unrest, if they're protesting, shoot them. He already asked his former defense secretary, a guy named Mark Esper, you can Google that, why can't we just shoot them? Mark Esper said, no, we don't shoot peaceful protesters. Well, Orange Hitler gets back in office, he could decide, executive order, I want to shoot peaceful protesters. And the Supreme Court has said that official acts, he could say, this is an official act, put down these protests, I think they're gonna be violent, blah, blah, blah. They'll say that Black Lives Matter, they're terrorists, this and that. So shut them down. Send the Army, send the Marines, send the National Guard in, and if they protest, shoot them. And he can get away with it. Because he'll say, it's an official act of me being president. So he could do the same thing with no-fault divorce. I'm just starting. Google Project 2025 for yourself. But the people, if you look at the majority of polls, the people are still riding. I mean, there's some polls that show Joe Biden slightly ahead. Some polls show he's behind. Some polls shows that he's tied. And people really don't even really get, people are just now beginning to understand how dangerous this blueprint, this nearly 1,000 page, this nearly 1,000 page blueprint. It's a book, 2 booklets. It's so damn big. If you print it out, because you can download it on your PDF, but you better have a whole lot of paper. Because if you print it out, it's going to be 2 giant. Back in the day, my mother still has like this giant Bible. It's like the size of 2 of those, 2 of them. It's nearly 1,000 pages. This is the blueprint, how to basically end democracy and allow a dictator to be a dictator. It's called fascism. To end democracy as we know it, to take away all your rights, and to give power to where it started, wealthy white men. You're billionaires. Will make all the decisions. They'll make the laws, and they'll have their lawyers or people who understand legislation. They'll write it up and just send it through the Heritage Foundation, which is the primary right-wing racist organization that published Project 2025, who their president, I want you to know this guy's name, and I want you to Google him. When you get through watching this episode, be sure to Google his comments from a little over a week ago. Big, funny, big-ass forehead, look, big-ass bald forehead and a little hair on the side looking like Curly and Larry. Three Stooges fans, I'm dating myself. His name is Kevin Roberts. And Kevin Roberts, who's the president of the Heritage Foundation. The Heritage Foundation is the organization, it is the right-wing, racist, white nationalist organization that published 2025 that said we are at I'm paraphrasing, we're going to win this election. We are at the start of a second American Revolution that will remain bloodless, that will remain violent, that will remain nonviolent if the left allows it to remain nonviolent. So you are threatening people, if people who don't subscribe, if you don't sign off on, if you don't buy into the bullshit, if you don't sign off into becoming a member of this racist, sexist, misogynistic, hate-filled cult, hate in all of its forms, if you don't buy into that bullshit, to get this second American, to put in place the second American Revolution, if the left doesn't allow it, then we're going to use violence. Since Orange Hitler already said if he doesn't win, it's going to be a bloodbath, these people are telling you, this cult and their leaders are telling you what they plan to do. But what I want you to understand about the media is the media, they don't care. Listen, the media, there are people in the media who are in positions of power. That would really be okay if it was a bloodbath. And if there was violence across the streets or in streets all across America, not just across the streets, but in the streets all across America, they would be okay with it. They would love to see a civil war. And no, I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm not just saying, oh, Geno, you tripping. No. They would. Because it would be good for their business. Their ratings would skyrocket. People would be tuned in. They could sell the advertising time for 10 times what they're selling it for now. They would, those in TV, the executives, especially the producers, those who are responsible for the day-to-day programming and images that you see on your television, they would say, it makes great TV. Chaos. The media in general, the corporate media, listen, this whole, especially with President Biden, this is like the season finale of a reality show or like a drama. Think of the season finale of Scandal when it was on TV. That's all it is. The chaos, the drama, it just adds to the suspense leading up to the season finale of the 2024 election. The 2024 election to the corporate news media is nothing but a reality show. It is nothing but a real live drama. And they're trying to add more suspense to it. They want to build up to the season finale, which will be Election Day, November 5th. That's when the real season finale is going to hit. But you don't have to wait till then, because in a lot of places you can vote early. Because all the things that so many folks, even Democratic operatives and Democratic donors, so many of them, well, President Biden needs to step down. I hope maybe we can get another white man. There's some Democrats that think that way, or even a white woman. Governor Gavin Newsom, Governor Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan, Governor Gavin Newsom of California. Here's the bottom line. I want you all to understand. as I sign off. What you see, all the coverage about President Biden, his age, and does he want to get? I saw the news conference today. Well, what's the name of the doctor that gave him a cognitive? What's the name of his neurologist? None of them are asking anybody. None of them are asking, well, who is, even though he would find some neurologists to lie, you should be cut. The same energy that, now I'm talking to the news media, the corporately owned news media, the same energy that you are coming with to talk to President Biden or the sister, Karine Jean, no, that's not, she was dating someone. Anyway, I can't think of the sister's name, it'll come to me. But it's press secretary. I think it's Karine Jean-Pierre, is it? Doesn't matter. I got your name wrong, sister. He'll probably come to me as soon as the show's over. But his secretary is an African-American woman. Y'all need to come with that same energy. Same energy called Trump and Orange Hitler and the kiss asses, the Tim Scotts and the Lindsey Grahams and the J.D. Vances and Marco Rubios, all the kiss asses. And y'all can know how to find Orange Hitler. Make his ass. If we're going to do this, I'll find it. I got a great doctor, and he's got a great team. I'll call Dr. Rowe. It's Dr. Rowe. Recommend a neurologist and do it. We give them both a cognitive test. And while you're at it, some of the folks in the media give their ass a cognitive test also. So come with the same energy for Orange Hitler that you're coming with President Biden. But no, because the media, please understand, the media wants this confusion. They want the chaos, they want the confusion, they want the drama. They want the suspense, they want the season finale to be, oh my God, what's going to happen? It's going to be, is Biden going to step down? They're going to make him step down. Who's it going to be? The media, they want the chaos, the confusion, the drama. They want the train wreck because it's good for business. They want the ratings that will transfer into more money. And two, a lot of these so-called Democrats, now I'm calling you all asses out on my way out the door. They don't have the guts to say it out loud and in person or in public or in front of a camera. I'm going to tell you, I'm spilling, as the kids say, I'm spilling all the tea. I'm giving up the ghost. I'm telling you the real. There's a significant number. I'm not saying a majority, but there's a significant number. Pundits and folks that work at even some of the New York Times and Chicago Tribune that call for Biden to step down. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution, that's the name of it, AJC. Atlanta Journal-Constitution, the main newspaper. I think was it the Boston Globe? Newspapers called for President Biden he should step down. Only one. Shout out to the Philadelphia Inquirer. The Philadelphia Inquirer had the guts to say, no, the danger to democracy is that orange dude. Tell that orange MF, Orange Hitler, your ass needs to step down. But what you are not hearing, the part two of this, equal parts, the media wants the chaos, the confusion, they want the wreckage, they want the violence, they want it all because it's good for business. It makes great TV. Great TV equals ratings. TV ratings soar. Their revenues soar because they can sell all their commercial time for just outrageous amounts of money. But there are a significant number of people in the Democratic Party. They don't want to get behind President Biden because if he gets in, if he does decide to step down, who becomes the president? Vice President Kamala Harris becomes the POTUS. She becomes Madame President. She becomes President Harris. President Kamala Harris. And I'm just going to call a spade a spade. They're Democrats. They're white Democrats. really don't want Kamala. Well, she didn't poll well. There are white Democrats, male and female, that don't want a black woman to become president before a white woman. Because there's a significant number who supported Hillary Clinton who are still mad, and they really don't have anybody to blame but themselves, in part, along with the news media and a whole bunch of other factors that I'm not going to go into today. There are a significant number of white Democrats who do not want a black woman to become president before a white woman. Yes, there are white women who will say it publicly, but who are not riding with Vice President Kamala Harris. They think, because when you hear him mention names like, oh, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, a white woman, governor of Michigan. Or you got Governor Gavin Newsom. He looks the part. He's central casting. He's handsome and he's got charisma. He's got energy. He's a politician, but he's hungry. Gavin Newsom is too thirsty. The kids will say it on the street. He's thirsty, but he's smart. He's a really smart. He's a brilliant politician because he's been very loyal to President Biden. But I guarantee you, he would be the first one if he saw the opportunity to stick the knife in President Biden's back. That's just my opinion. I call it like I see it. And Gavin Newsom, who I would vote for, if that was the only option, if I had to choose between a slick-ass car salesman and a neo-Nazi, a Nazi, racist, Nazi, sexist, misogynist, homophobic, wannabe dictator, oh, that's easy. I'll take the slick used car salesman. I can deal with him. I can hold his ass accountable. But the dictator can't do nothing with it. That wants to destroy democracy. So a lot of these Democrats, those who are in these political positions, national profiles, maybe even some states, they don't want Vice President Kamala Harris to be set up to become president. Because they figure, okay, President Biden, he wins again, 4 years. 4 years, he'll be 86, something like that. 81 now, 4 years, will be 85, going on 86. They don't want to see a black woman. They're like, how could that happen? No, it's not fair. It's not fair to white women. Oh, yeah, there's some Democrats that's saying that right now. There's some white Democrats that's saying that right now. They won't say it publicly. They'll say it in code. But I'm deciphering, I'm decoding the code. When you hear names like Gretchen Whitmer, Governor Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan, and Governor Gavin Newsom of Detroit, Senator Amy Klobuchar, now we think the white women have a better chance. We don't want to let a black woman leap over all these deserving white women who should have a chance. It is what it is, but now you know. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you, God most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast. Tell everybody to subscribe, share, screen grab, rip the video, leave your comments. Leave your comments in the comment section if you agree or disagree with this monologue. Let me hear what you got to say. Say it with your full chest. Stick your chest out. Be a man about it. Be a woman about it. It's all good. Or some of these Democrats that I just called out, come on the show. How about that? We can have that. I'd love to have that conversation. All right? Subscribe, share, screen grab, like, binge watch all my back episodes. Please leave a comment in the comment section. My goal, 1,000 new subscribers. And because I've had a significant jump, so let me say that. And I want to thank you. So roughly 1,000. My goal is 1,000 new subscribers. So I've got, but that is my round number. In the next 45 days, I want to have a total 1,000 new subscribers, which will take me to a whole nother level with YouTube. I qualify to be a YouTube partner, but to really get that club Shay Shannon Sharp, YouTube bag 1,000 new subscribers. Thank you for supporting my media company, Geno Media. And let's make it happen. So make sure you tell everybody. Tell everybody like Nelly. Please send them a copy of the show. Copy and paste the link. Copy and paste it in an email. And you can tag someone's page. You can share it on that page. You can text it to them. However you want to do it. Let's make it happen. You can send it by carrier. Look, you can send it by carrier pigeon. Put a note inside your dog's collar. However you want to do it. Put a message in a bottle. Throw it in the ocean or the lake or the river. I'm good. However you want to do this thing, we can do it. The Geno Jones Show, by the way, brought to you by CM Transportation, CM Transportation, LLC.net. If your business needs a transportation company that is dependable, reliable, and on time. CM Transportation, LLC. Shout out to Carissa Carter, the CEO of CM Transportation. You can also call. They're based here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro, but they do business nationwide. 843 area code 606-2702. 843-606-2702. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro. You can check him out online. That's Designer Cuts, KELBECUTTINUP on Instagram. Allie Jones, Alexandria Jones on Facebook. She's on Instagram. You can check her out. And her Lexi Jones collection, LX.NCL_. LX.NCL_ is that little dash behind the second L. And Bruce Gage, Miglio di Mario Uomo. Miglio D is an Italian name, so the D is D-I. And Flyball the store. Miglio di Mario Uomo, M-I-G-L-I-O-D-I, M-A-R-I-O-U-O-M-O, M-I-G-L-I-O-D-I-M-A-R-I-O-U-O-M-O. Flyball the store. Check it out. The officially licensed retailer to carry all the official Negro Baseball League gear, sweaters, and like varsity jackets, sweaters, T-shirts, shirts, ties, dresses, and a whole lot more. FLYBALLTHESTORE.com, flyballthestore.com. Thanks for watching, everybody. Shout out to, hey, Johanna. Hey, Johanna Flood. Hello. Thank you for watching. Spread the word. Make sure you please tell everybody to leave a comment. And everybody use your social media page to promote the show. Please tell them to subscribe to my channel. My goal is to get 1,000 new subscribers in the next 45 days. Because the goal was 60 days. So I'm probably about 15 days in. So I have a lot of new subscribers. But by the end of the 60-day period, which roughly will be, let's just say, by right around Labor Day. When Labor Day ends, that's what I'm shooting for. All right? Yeah, that's what we'll do. Well, I tell you what, 60 days, we'll say by around August 1st. When kids start going back to school, that's the goal. So, I said 45. Now, I'm going to stick with it. We're going to do it till, that'll be a better target date. By the end of Labor Day weekend, that holiday, my goal, 1,000 new subscribers. That'll roughly be around 60 days. All right, thanks for watching. Thank you, Johanna. Thank you, Johanna, and everybody else. So this episode, must-see TV. Copy the link, share it, tag it, text it, do whatever you got to do with it. We'll see you live Tuesday. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be Tuesday. That will be July 8th, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out in Los Angeles. Thanks for watching, everybody. I love you.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.